Once they killed his monster when he went into a trap. Now he's making better ones on a higher step. On a warm summer day, the doctor went away to a place where he could make it real. His assistant's hips were nice, so he cloned her once or twice. Now his hips are aching, what a deal. Dr. Steen grows funny creatures, let them run into the night. They become great rock musicians and their time is right. Time is right. Sometimes when he's feeling bored, he's calling it a day. He's got his computers and they do it their own way. They mix some DNA, some skin and certain spray. You can watch it on a laser screen. And the fellow's blue and gray, or sometimes pink and green. Just check it out on Halloween. Dr. Steen grows funny creatures, let them run into the night. They become great politicians and their time is right. One night he cloned himself, put his brother on a shelf. But when he fell asleep that night, it crept up from behind and thought, well, never mind. Took a syringe and blew out his life. Dr. Steen grows funny creatures, let them run into the night. They become a great possession and their time is right. Dr. Steen grows funny creatures, let them run into the night. They become a great oppression and their time is right. Time is right. Time is right. Time is right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the Arbiter. I am still in my church. I'm sorry, I did not prepare for this properly. I went to cook dinner and completely forgot. Let's just, yeah, there we go. Hold on, Control U. There we go. How's everybody doing this fine evening? Let's get the call started with Rick. So, it is officially spooky month.
Woo! Let's go.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I mean, technically, since we went for almost a week, but hey, we only do TBCs on Sundays, so what can you do?
Exactly. So, Rick, did you hear about what I did this weekend?
Yeah, you beat Aria Sorry, right?
That too. But so this Saturday was the first of our community Discord server horror movie nights.
Oh yeah, I saw that on the server.
Yeah. So if you're watching this after the fact and you want to watch spooky movies, I will be hosting horror movies every Saturday from 1 p.m. to whenever the movie ends. And this week I watched The Collector, and man, I forgot just how fucked up that movie can be.
Huh, what's it about?
Let me finish chewing on my mozzarella stick.
Oh, you made yourself some Mozzies?
I made mozzarella
Yeah.
sticks for dinner because fuck it.
Nice.
But yeah, so The Collector is about this guy named Arkin. Arkin is a career criminal whose wife owes money to a loan shark. Now, Arkin has been posing as a pest control agent at this rich couple's house for like a week or so. And he is going to break into the house to steal an uncut ruby from the family safe. Because I think one of the family members works in jewelry. I'm just assuming. It's not really explained why they have a big fuck-off uncut ruby in their safe. This ruby is like the size of a baseball, too. It is not a small gemstone.
Whoa.
Yeah. But when Arkin gets to the house that evening, he finds out somebody was already in the house and has loaded it with booby traps. And you find out that this other person who was in the house is a serial killer who collects people. He kills everyone he doesn't collect. He only takes one person from each house he collects from. And Arkin decides, okay, you know what? I was gonna rob this place, but fuck it, I'm gonna try and save the people who live here. Yeah. Let me see if I can find a plot synopsis on the internet.
I think we talked about this movie before, actually, about a year ago.
We've definitely discussed it before, but I haven't done like an in-depth review of the movie. Plot, here we go, IMDb, thank you. Synopsis. The film begins with the house at night. The owners, Larry and Gina, come home from a night of drinking. While Gina goes upstairs, Larry sits down to read some mail. However, he finds that the lights don't work. Gina calls out for him, so he rushes upstairs. In their bedroom, they find a big red box. Larry assumes one of the workers must have left it. On the top of the box is a message for the collection. The box suddenly moves and Larry opens the box and is shocked to find what's inside. A hand suddenly reaches out and grabs Larry. After the opening credits, we see another two-story house having some construction done. Among the workers are an exterminator and a man named Arkin, played by Josh Stewart. The family living in the house is Michael, his wife Victoria, their teenage daughter Jill, and their little girl Hannah. Michael asks for Arkin to finish putting bars on the windows today. While Arkin is outside, Arkin smokes a cigarette while putting up the remaining bars. After he finishes, Michael pays Arkin for his work and throws a little extra in for Arkin's daughter, Cindy. Michael tells him to cherish his daughter since they all get weird once they hit their teens. Arkin thanks him and drives off. Later at home, Arkin and his wife, Lisa, go to the kitchen where she asks him for the money. It turns out that Lisa owes money to loan sharks, and the deadline is tonight. She's planning on running away with Cindy since she can't pay them, but Arkin promises to get the money for her debt by midnight. Arkin calls Roy and wants to see him immediately. They meet at a sleazy strip club and talk inside Roy's car. Arkin is an ex-convict and Roy helped him out while in prison. Arkin has been repaying Roy by picking locks and stealing things for him. Arkin tells Roy that he's been casing a house that he's been working on. Michael's a jewel broker and has a valuable jewel hidden inside his safe. The family is out of town now, and he needs Roy to pay him tonight. Roy finally agrees to the change of plans and allows Arkin to leave. Arkin drives back to the house at night, and we see that the house is in the middle of nowhere. He puts on a mask and grabs his tool bag. As he sneaks toward the house, he's suddenly attacked by a newly placed dog, which takes a bite out of his mask. Arkin picks the lock on the back door of the house. He enters and everything seems fine. He goes upstairs to the master bedroom and lifts up the mirror, knowing that it covers the safe. He takes off his mask and starts to crack the safe when he hears someone downstairs. The Collector, played by Juan Fernandez, a killer who wears a black mask, locks the back door and starts to come up the stairs. Arkin quickly puts the mirror back, grabs his bag, and hides in the other room, while the Collector is on the other side of the wall. The Collector goes into the bathroom, and Arkin sneaks downstairs. He tries to leave, but finds that there are several locks on top of the back door, all of which are now locked. There are also several locks on the front door as well. Arkin decides to find another exit, but for his family's sake, he finally decides to stay in the house to get the jewel. He goes back to the master bedroom and works on the safe again when he hears screaming through the vent. Michael emerges from the basement, beaten and bloody. Arkin hides his bag and goes to see what's going on. He sees the Collector grabbed Michael and took him to the basement. Arkin, having seen the whole thing, decides to call 911. He picks up the phone and doesn't see a spike that has been placed in the receiver. When he puts it to his ear, it stabs him. He decides to leave through a window, but he finds that they are all boarded up. He tries to remove the boards, but some hidden blades slam down on his hand. He tries to go to another door by the dining room, but it slices his face on hidden razor-sharp wires tied across the room. He realizes that there are several traps hidden around the house. The floor of the dining room is filled with bear traps. Arkin goes to the kitchen to get scissors, but finds that it's booby-trapped. The Collector is roaming around the house. Arkin tries to go up the staircase, but finds that nails have been placed on the steps. With the Collector coming closer, Arkin has two choices: go upstairs or go to the basement. He chooses the basement. Arkin, using his flashlight to see when he gets startled by something, he turns on the light and sees that Michael has been tied to a chair. He's bloodier than before, having been tortured with deep gashes all over his body and feet. Arkin asks where the rest of the family is. Victoria's in the basement as well. Jill is out with her boyfriend, and he doesn't know if Hannah is still in the house or not. Michael tells him that he has a gun in the safe upstairs and gives him the combination. Arkin has Michael quiet down and goes into the other room where he finds Victoria chained to the bathtub. She also has duct tape pinned over her eyes. Arkin removes a gag from her mouth and calms her down. He says that he'll find Hannah and save them, but she has to help him. He wants her to scream so that when the Collector comes downstairs, he can sneak back upstairs. He tells her to stop screaming once the killer comes back down there so that he won't hurt her. Victoria screams, causing the Collector to come downstairs. Arkin sneaks upstairs and goes to the master bathroom. He opens the safe and grabs the pistol inside. He also takes the jewel, which is the size of a fist. The only problem is that there are no bullets for the gun. The Collector holds Victoria's tongue with a wrench and threatens to cut her tongue off, but doesn't do anything. Arkin looks all over for Hannah, but doesn't find her. He hears a noise coming from a closet. He opens the closet and finds a big red box inside, which is moving. He opens the box and Larry lunges out. His legs are chained to the box. Arkin asks him who he is and what he's doing there. Larry explains that the Collector collects people. When he finds someone that he likes, he'll capture them in the box and use them as bait for his next victims. He kills everyone else. Like his wife, Gina, Larry yells for Arkin to get out while he still can, but Arkin puts him back in the box, and Arkin goes to into Jill's room and sees that the window is wide open. He doesn't see that the floor is covered in something yellow-orange substance. Arkin takes a couple of steps in and realizes it's acid. Arkin jumps on the bed and tries to retrieve his shoes, but they are stuck in the acid along with the cat. The cat tries to free itself, but screeches in pain, causing the Collector to hear the commotion upstairs. Arkin rips the cat free and throws it away, landing on the window. The reason why the window is open was because it's booby-trapped. As soon as the cat is on the window, as soon as the cat lands, the window slams shut and slices the cat in two, splattering blood all over Arkin's face. The Collector goes upstairs and hears Larry in the box. He just kicks the box and tells him to get him to shut up. He then goes into Jill's room and finds that the cat is dead. Arkin hides under the covers of the bed, and he has placed books over his shoes to cover his presence. The Collector leaves the room, and Arkin does as well, using the books as stepping stones. Arkin grabs a paperclip and sneaks into the basement again. Once there, he finds that Michael has been hung upside down and killed. He goes into the other room and frees Victoria from the bathtub, using the paperclip to pick the handcuffs. Yet the Collector finds her and repeatedly stabs her in the chest, causing her to fall down the stairs into the basement. Arkin hides under a desk as the Collector drags the still alive Victoria back to the tub. Arkin uses the opportunity to escape back upstairs. The Collector sews Victoria's mouth shut and records her screams. Arkin breaks a window with a lamp to try and escape, but then hears a car outside. Jill and her boyfriend Chad, played by Alex Friedman, are fooling around in Chad's car. The Collector also hears the car go up and goes upstairs. Arkin tries to warn them not to come into the house, but it starts to rain outside, causing his screams to go unnoticed. Jill and Chad go inside the house and continue to fool around. Oblivious to all the traps around them, they go to the kitchen where Chad rips Jill's blouse open and takes off her bra. Arkin sneaks downstairs and crawls underneath the dining room table. Jill eventually notices the Collector nearby and becomes scared. The Collector readies his knife and approaches the couple. He stabs Chad through the head and pushes him through the doorway, where a trap causes a cleaver to slice his fingers off. Chad then steps into the dining room, where his legs get stuck in a bear trap. He falls to his knees, causing his other leg to get caught. He finally falls backwards, where he is graphically killed by a plethora of bear traps. The Collector grabs Jill and locks the back door again. She calls 911, but he pulls her away before she can say anything. Arkin sets off an alarm clock upstairs, causing the Collector to go investigate. Arkin finds that Jill has been tied to the staircase with barbed wire. He frees her, but she freaks out and grabs scissors from the kitchen. A trap throws her across the room, and she is impaled by hidden spikes behind a projector screen. Arkin goes upstairs, removes the boards from the window, and punches the glass out. He jumps down to the ground and starts to run away when he looks back and sees Hannah screaming out for him in a window. He then sees the Collector making his way towards Hannah. Now, this is where the alternate ending would have occurred. You know the one where I mentioned how he sees it, flips the birds with both hands, and runs off? Yeah. This is the scene in which that would have occurred, and this is like halfway through the movie.
Oh, I think we talked about this too.
Yeah. He corners her on the staircase, but Arkin shows up and pistol whips him. He carries Hannah to her room and locks the door. They hear the Collector trying to break down the door. Arkin comes up with an idea. Hannah and Arkin stay off the floor. The door bursts open and Arkin breaks the fish tank covering the floor with water. Hannah then pushes her TV onto the floor. However, the Collector has pushed Larry through the door, and so Larry is electrocuted to death. The Collector throws knives at Arkin, but he manages to escape with Hannah to another room. Arkin turns around and gets a fish hook through his eyebrow. There are several hooks dangling from the ceiling. The Collector uses Larry's body as a battering ram on the door. Arkin sends Hannah down a laundry chute, which sends her to the basement. Before Arkin can go down the chute, the Collector breaks through the door and grabs him. While they fight, Arkin rips the Collector's mask off. The Collector knocks Arkin out and puts his mask back on. Arkin has been placed in the basement. His hands are handcuffed and there are several fish hooks impaling his back. The Collector wakes up Arkin by slicing his forehead with a knife. Arkin sees Hannah hiding under the desk and pleads with the killer to let Hannah go. The Collector notices that Arkin keeps looking towards the desk and approaches it. Arkin insults the Collector, calling him a faggot, and angrily the Collector slices Arkin's chest. He also knocks out one of Arkin's teeth. Another car arrives at the house. It's a cop responding to Jill's 911 call. The Collector leaves the basement. The cop looks into a window of the house and sees Chad's mangled corpse. He goes around back and finds the Collector standing outside. While the cop tries to arrest him, the dog lunges at him and rips his throat open. The Collector then breaks the cop's neck, killing him. Arkin painfully tears himself free of the hooks and gets Hannah. They find that Victoria is dead in the bathtub. Arkin sees that the Collector has filled the tub with gasoline and realizes that he plans to burn the house down. The Collector grabs the cop's shotgun and enters the house with his dog. Oh, Lazy in the chat, what the fuck am I listening to? I am reading the plot synopsis of the movie that I hosted on Saturday. This is The Collector.
Yeah, quite the film this has been, and we're not even halfway through. Or I think we're almost there, are we?
We have 2 more paragraphs.
Alright.
To get out of the basement, Arkin ties himself to Hannah and crawls through the laundry chute. He pulls Hannah up just before the dog attacks her. Arkin then lights a toilet roll on fire and puts it in the trash can. When the dog goes up the stairs to attack them, Arkin shoves the flaming trash can on the dog's head, killing it. Arkin fights the Collector and knocks the shotgun into the basement. They beat the crap out of each other, and Arkin knocks the Collector into the basement. The Collector grabs the shotgun and blasts his way through the door. He finds Arkin holding Hannah nearby. He shoots at them, but realizes he's been fooled. He shot a mirror. Arkin and Hannah are actually behind him, and Arkin releases the wire for the chandelier, causing it to crush and stab the Collector. Arkin and Hannah make it outside and run off. The Collector, wounded, also leaves the house. They get to a road where Arkin sees a swarm of cops heading their way. He has Hannah stay by the side of the road. He runs into the middle of the road to flag them down, only to get hit by a cop car. Arkin, dazed, looks to Hannah and sees the Collector sneaking up behind her. He yells out for her as he grabs her, but sees that the man who grabbed her is just a police officer. Hannah is safely placed in a cop car as Arkin is put into a stretcher and loaded into an ambulance, and the house explodes in the distance. Arkin tells a police officer that he saw the Collector's face. The cops have found an address fitting the suspect's description and leave to investigate. Suddenly a van crashes into the ambulance, causing it to flip over until it lands upside down. The van moves closer to the ambulance. The Collector opens the ambulance, throws a knife into the paramedic's eye, killing him. He then uses another knife to cut Arkin free of the stretcher. Arkin begs and pleads with the Collector to let him go. After bringing Arkin back to the back of the van, having him thrown inside of the red box, it is revealed that the Collector is an exterminator who Arkin had worked with at the beginning of the film. After the end credits, we see the Collector watching a slideshow while sitting on top of the red box inside. Arkin yells that he's going to kill him once he gets out, and the Collector kicks the box to shut him up.
Whoa.
It's okay, Lazy. It's okay, Lazy. Yeah, I am partially doing this for the people that missed the movie on Saturday. The good news is we're going to be watching the sequel on next Saturday.
I see. Yeah, I have okay, so with the killer being the exterminator, that does explain a lot of things, like how he found the house. But then how did he get the time to like set up all these booby traps? Was he just doing this while they were asleep or something, and then just woke them up and did the thing? Or
you know, it's funny you ask that because everyone asks that question. It's just
there's so many like elaborate dangerous traps throughout this movie, throughout the entire house. On top of it blowing, we have to wonder like when did he get the time to do all this? How did he learn to do all this? When was the time to set this up? Because like the way it was set up, you had to do it in a way to where no matter what anyone did, they would die. That takes a lot of effort, planning, a scale of planning that I think most real-life serial killers would dream to accomplish.
Well, it's implied that the exterminator and the house maintenance has been going on for like the course of a month or so. Because if you remember at the beginning of the film, when the man of the house hands Arkin the envelope, he says it's for the entire week's work, even though he hasn't done the entire week's work yet. So yeah, it's heavily implied that the Collector, like Arkin, has been casing this house for a prolonged amount of time, and so I think he kind of installed all these traps as he was working the house.
Ah, that would explain it. I just find it funny how Arkin steals the gem on the exact same day the killer strikes.
Yeah. That, you could call it plot contrivance, but if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have a movie.
That's true. Or alternatively, Arthur can struck the day before and stole the diamond. He would have missed all that stuff happening.
Yeah.
The only thing that would have changed is that Hannah would have probably been in the box, and that would have been things there.
Yeah. And the second movie, I'm not gonna say how it ends, but I love how the second movie ends. Apparently the third film is still being worked on.
I know how the second movie ends because the Arbiter told me. Because we were talking about these movies a while ago. I don't know
Yeah.
if we did this on. Definitely not on stream. I think it was a personal call, actually, now I'm recalling correctly.
We actually have a movie poster for the third film, but it's let me copy the image. Cuz yeah, this is the poster for the third film.
So I'm assuming that's him, the collector on the number.
Yes, that's the collector. It's going to be very interesting how to see they do a third film, because the second film ended pretty decisively.
Mm. Maybe he strikes a new house. Maybe.
Oh, well, the funny thing is, the collector isn't playing on his home territory in the first film. He's in somebody else's house. In the second film, you get to see the collector's base of operations, and it is fucking insane.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Um,
Or maybe it's a plot twist. Maybe the third film is actually a prequel that explains how the collector became the collector.
oh, you know what? That could be it. Actually, I think I saw something on IMDb. Let me go to the collected. No, this is just the collector.
Well, of course, it's called The Collector.
This is the third film in the Collector series. Follows up to the collection in 2012 by Marcus Dustin and Patrick Melton. Not a lot on this.
They probably kept it generic to avoid spoiling the plot.
Yeah. I think that Josh Stewart, the actor who plays Arkin, would be really cool as like a smuggler type character in Star Wars.
I can tell from his like attitude and stuff. It's basically like, sort of like the reluctant hero trope, where he wasn't trying to save people, but because of how perilous it got, he figured, "Oh, let me see what I can do now." Because the original plan was just to steal Diamond and leave and never come back.
Y-
But with all this going on, it's like, okay, we gotta do something about this.
yeah. When I was watching the movie this Saturday, I actually didn't I actually missed a scene. The scene where the teenage girl calls 911. I thought that Arkin had stolen her phone and called 911 and then dropped it for whatever reason. Cuz I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
But
I see.
But yeah, had the girl not shown up halfway through and called 911, that movie would have ended very differently, I imagine.
Oh, definitely. That's probably the only reason they sent the cop over was just because nobody said anything, so they investigated.
Yeah, for those of you
Also,
who...
where did the dog come from? Where did the dog? I know it's his pet dog, but like, how did he like get it on there? Wouldn't they have noticed like there was a dog going around just like biting people?
I assume that he brought the dog with him as he was going to the house that evening.
Hmm. Yeah, it is one manipulative B word to train a dog to kill people. Like, I know pit bulls are violent, but this is a whole other can of worms.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't even a pit bull, it was a frickin' Rottweiler.
Oh, wow. What does that look like again?
You know those black and brown dogs?
I'm trying to picture it. My brain's kind of bored. Hang on. How do you spell that? Rots. Oh, I got it. Hang on. Let's see. I'm looking at a picture. Oh, I know what this is. Yeah, I know these dogs. Ah, I've seen this one before.
I fucking hate Rottweilers, by the way.
Yeah, I think you told me this story once.
Yeah, my parents had a Rottweiler when I was a baby, and it would collect trash from the neighborhood because it thought we were too stupid to feed ourselves. But I tried to use it as a pillow, and it bit me on the top of my head.
Whoa!
I do not like Rottweilers. Fuck Rottweilers. Rottweilers
How
are
are you still
dicks.
alive?
I don't know.
Does this dog
There've been
really
a lot of points in my life where I shouldn't be alive, and yet, by the grace of God, I'm still here.
kind of like Sky in many ways?
Kind of. Actually, it might not have been a Rottweiler. It might have been a German Shepherd in the movie. It was either a Rottweiler or a German Shepherd.
I feel like a German Shepherd would make more sense because that's the kind of creature that could be trained to harm people. Is the same reason why cops tend to use those kind of dogs specifically.
Yeah.
Though in their case, they train the same criminals.
So, do we want to do a Halloween costume tier list? It's been a while since we've done a tier list here on TBC.
Oh yes, it has been. Nice. Let's pick a list. So let's get started.
All right. Now I see two options here. Okay, we've got that, and we've got that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go. Oh God, this second one is trash. We are definitely using the first one, but this isn't a Halloween costume. This is like semi-cursed images. What even is this? Okay, well, we know which one we're going with. I will share my screen and activate the display so our viewers can see what's going on.
Alright, what do we got here?
Activate the display panel. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Oh, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, no, this is what we're using. This was the one I was saying is trash.
Oh, of course it's trash. It's barely anything.
Well, not only that, but look at these pictures. You got cat person, bald Ronald McDonald, cat with a doctor outfit, a ghost with bed sheets, dyeing your dog's ears to look like Harley Quinn, a baby in what I think is supposed to be a mummy costume, some pirate-looking dude as a shirt, skeleton Mario, pug police officer, spider lady, question mark, a t-shirt, a witch, and a Minecraft zombie. What am I even looking at?
That tier list is a shit post.
Alright. So yeah.
Alright.
Starting off, the nurse costume. I mean, let's be real. Anyone who's dressing as a nurse is dressing, like, pretty provocatively in Halloween costumes.
Oh, definitely.
It's thought behavior, but it's socially acceptable thought behavior. So I don't know. I would put it at B at best. What about you?
I would say same. Because, like, you look at nurses in real life, they do not dress that seductive for obvious reasons. It's more of like a sort of loosey-goosey foreplay.
Yeah. I think this is supposed to be a dog. I mean, it has a bone near the collar. I don't know what the text is supposed to say. Maybe don't use black text against a brown and black item. If it's not a Silent Hill Nurses, it's just a thought. Yep. Well said.
Oh, it's a doggy costume.
Yeah. I mean, as long as you're not a furry. I think the dog costume is kind of wholesome. I'd give it an A.
Oh, yeah, I would say so. That one doesn't look so bad.
Pirate costume. I was a pirate several Halloweens as a kid.
Pirates!
Pirates gets the S tier. Princess costume. My sister was a princess. There was a Halloween where I was a knight, my brother was a wizard, and my sister was a princess. And my mom's friend made all our costumes. It was super cool. But yeah, princess costume. I'm thinking A, maybe S.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I would say A. It's a classic, but it's not like top tier.
Pumpkin costume.
Pumpkin! Oh, that one's funny.
This one's especially fun to do if you're a big round guy. I think it's low effort, but it's fun.
Exactly.
What do you think? A tier or B tier? Where are we putting this?
Say A. It can be fun, especially like it's a great way for like the super fat people to still have something fun to wear.
Yeah. Robot costume. These things are cool, especially if you put like a lot of effort into them.
Ooh, yeah. I think that might be S tier because like if they really go all out, you can make a really sick costume.
Evil clown costume. Does anyone remember the evil clown trend of 2016?
Oh, I know. Brett Cooper was actually chased by one of those clowns.
No shit.
Yeah, this was during the hype. She was walking down the street in her hometown in one of her hometowns, I should say, back in LA. She was just walking the street, mind her business. Some lunatic with a butcher's knife comes chasing after her.
Jesus.
She had to hide in a bush to get away from the guy.
Good lord.
Yeah,
Yeah, I heard that people actually got killed because of the clown, because of the clown phenomenon. So,
that was weird. And that was so weird because it happened right before the 2016 election,
I know, right?
like the month before. It was so odd, and then it just never came back.
I would put evil clown in the A tier. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine. Would the
Firefighter.
Joker qualify as an evil? Wait, would the Joker qualify as an evil clown costume or a supervillain costume?
Um, more supervillain point. He gets more supervillain points because he's a character and not just a generic clown.
Oh, right.
Firefighter costume. I don't think I've ever seen anyone dress up as a firefighter for Halloween.
Oh, me neither. I like the idea of firefighter. I feel like if you're not careful, you get mixed up with a real firefighter, and that might cause some problems depending where you're at. So
Funny thing
maybe
about
like
that, there's an entire premise of a movie called Let's Be Cops, where two dudes become cops for Halloween, and they get mistaken for police officers, and hilarity ensues.
Oh yeah, I think I heard of that one. I think I saw it though.
I haven't seen it either, but I want to. Yeah,
It does
Firefighter
sound good.
gets an A for the concept.
Yeah, I would say that. It's fine. It's the story.
Frankenstein's monster.
Mm.
Indeed.
Uh,
I, if you get the makeup right, it's really cool. I don't know. I feel like this could be either S tier or I don't know. Where are we putting this?
I'd say A, because like I said, it depends on the makeup. If you get it just right, it could be S, but if it's just generic makeup or you don't have makeup at all, probably an A.
Mummy costume. If you're not using toilet paper, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
That said, mummies as a concept are B tier. There is nothing
Yeah.
there is nothing threatening about mummies. I think it would actually, you know what I think would be really funny? An episode of Beavis and Butthead where you got Beavis versus the mummy. He just turns into Cornholio and tries to take the mummy's bandages for TP.
Imagine he uses the toilet paper to wipe his butt.
Yeah. Any food memory hold evil clowns, yeah. Any food costume. Okay. I think that the food costume can be is actually dependent on which food you go as.
Yeah, I think if it's the hamburger on a fat person, it's like the pumpkin one, it could totally work. But if it's just like broccoli or ketchup or a candy bar, I don't know, I feel like it'd be a little dull.
And then you can always make dick jokes about if it's a hot dog costume. Cause hot dog do be looking like a dick. I think we'll put this in the B tier.
Yeah, that's fine.
Zombie costume.
Ooh.
I've actually seen some really cool zombie costumes. The makeup that goes into these is pretty impressive.
Yeah, the more lifelike, the better.
Zombies are S tier. Presidents. Yeah.
This is an interesting one, considering who has become president, who the kind of people who become president in recent years. And it also depends on which president we're talking about. And so the classic presidents, like the founding fathers or those kind of people, classic. If it's like any time before 20th century, workable. If it's any like contemporary presidents, really it depends on where you're at.
Yeah. Honestly, I want to see somebody dress up as Andrew Jackson.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Nixon mask. Yeah, Nixon mask. Bonus points if they bring a giant wheel of cheese to the Halloween party.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. Presidents are presidents, so I would say let's do A tier
Yeah,
because
you don't see it that often. Bat.
uh,
I think B. B for bat.
okay, makes sense.
Bunny costume. This ain't Easter. Get this out of here.
Yeah, that's lame. Unless you're like
Now,
one of those sexy bunny costumes for a Playboy magazine, then probably no.
yeah, no, the sexy bunny outfits do get a pass from me. Also, now the like Easter Bunny-esque costume, get that shit out of here.
uh,
However, if you are the Bunny Man, that's another story. That gets an S tier. I like urban legends. I think urban legends are fascinating. If you want to go as the Bunny Man from that one urban legend, hell yeah, brother.
wait, what's the bunny man?
You don't know about the Bunny Man? Oh, we're fixing that.
I guess so.
The Bunny Man, Wikipedia. The Bunny Man is an urban legend that originated from two incidents in Fairfax County, Virginia in the 1970s, but has spread throughout the Washington, D.C. and Maryland areas. The legend has many variations. Most involve a man wearing a rabbit costume who attacks people with an axe or hatchet. Or Frank from Donnie Darko. I don't know who that is. Most of the stories occur around Colchester Overpass, a southern railway overpass spanning Colchester Road near Clifton, Virginia, sometimes referred to as Bunnyman Bridge. Origin. Fairfax County Public Library historian archivist Brian A. Conley extensively researched the Bunnyman legend. He has located two incidents of a man in a rabbit costume threatening people with an axe. The vandalism reports occurred 10 days apart in 1970 Baruch, Virginia. The first incident was reported on the evening of October 19th, 1970 by U.S. Air Force Academy cadet Robert Bennett and his fiancée, who were visiting relatives in Guinea Road and Burke. Around midnight, while returning from a football game, they reportedly parked their car in a field on Guinea Road to visit an uncle who lived across the street from where the car was parked. As they sat in the front seat with the motor running, they noticed something moving outside the rear window. Moments later, the front passenger window was smashed, and there was a white-clad figure standing near the broken window. Bennett turned the car around while the man screamed at them about trespassing, saying, "You're on private property, and I have your tag number." As they drove down the road, the couple discovered a hatchet on the car floor. When the police requested a description of the man, Bennett insisted he was wearing a white suit with long bunny ears. However, Bennett's fiancée contested their assailant did not have bunny ears on his head, but was wearing a white capri.
Oh, the clan hood.
Yeah, it could be the Klan. Of some sort. They both remember seeing his face clearly, but in the darkness they could not determine his race. The police returned the hatchet to the Bennett after examination. The second report sighting occurred on the evening of October 29th, 1970, when construction security guard Paul Phillips approached a man standing on the porch of an unfinished home. In Kings Park, west on Guinea Road, Phillips said the man was wearing a gray, black, and white bunny costume and was about 20 years old, 5 feet 8 inches tall, and weighed about 175 pounds. The man began chopping at the porch post with a long-handled axe, saying, "You're trespassing. If you come closer, I'll chop your head off." So yeah, and it's
So basically, it's a guy who threatens to chop people if they trash past the property.
if they come near his territory, yeah. And this is the famous overpass that he's seen stalking around. So yeah, like I said, bunny costume in itself, lame. Get that shit out of here. However, if you're going as the Bunny Man, that's awesome. I love urban legends. Burglar costume. You don't see many of these either.
No, not really. I see it like Party City, but I never seen one actually wear something like that.
Yeah, I'll put it in C.
Yeah.
Cat Lady.
Yeah.
Cat Lady is S tier.
Oh, definitely.
Wait. So, this is just a
costume.
This is just a normal clown.
Not evil clown.
Yeah. So we'll put normal clown with next to evil clown because we kind of got the same thing going on.
It's the same idea, it's just one's more sinister than the other.
Yeah.
Although you could make the case that depending on the fear of clowns, someone could be just as scared as the clown costume as the evil clown costume.
Oh yeah. Police officer. I don't think I've ever actually seen anyone dressed as a police officer at a Halloween party.
Yeah.
We'll put this next to the nurse, I think.
You know, if you pair it with the robber costume, you could play a game of cops and robbers.
Cowboy costume.
Cowboy, nice.
Yeah. Again, you don't see it that much, but if I could totally see someone having fun with like a Clint Eastwood costume or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
We'll say A tier for cowboy.
Sure.
Devil costume. Now this I have seen. This is decently popular. What tier did you say you'd put this at?
D tier. You know, D for devil.
I mean, I'd agree with you, but the fact that it's more popular than the bunny costume and not as lame.
I see. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Let's do.
B for
maybe B tier.
Yeah, B tier.
All right.
Ghost costume. This is the laziest costume out there, the old bedsheet ghost. But you know, it's a classic, yeah.
You can't go wrong with the bedsheet.
I'm thinking S tier.
Yeah, it's a legendary costume. You can't go wrong with bedsheets.
Skeleton costume. I've seen these ones too. These are
Ooh, nice.
Skeletons are funny. Skeletons are actually funnier than clowns.
Of course, it's not just bones. Anything with buttons.
Do we put them in A tier?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
I don't know what this is.
It looks like a
It looks like it has the Spider-Man logo on a shirt, but
not a superhero. I don't think so. Probably just maybe it's just a nerd. In that case, we'll put a D just for inaccuracy.
yeah.
Like, we can't tell what it is, put in D tier, just toss it.
T-Rex and dinosaur costumes in general. Dinosaurs are freaking awesome.
Yeah, so drop that one, get the dinosaur costume. Oh, there we go.
Where do we put dinosaur? Do we put dinosaur in A, S?
Let's put an S tier.
Yeah, dinosaurs.
It's a newer trend, but it's becoming very popular, so I think it's worthy of the slot.
Vampires. Dracula, you big fucking nerd, come out, I know you're here, give me my $5.
Moon Knight, I told you for the last time, this is Avengers Tower. We don't know where Dracula is.
I love that comic so much.
You want Dracula, go to Blade, he'll probably know something.
Yeah. I think vampires get the S tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Vampires used to be my childhood boogeyman, or one of.
Scared of getting your blood sucked?
I was just terrified of them. Viking costume.
Yeah, oh. Here.
I have actually never seen anyone dress up as a Viking for Halloween.
Yeah, me neither. Actually, that's not true. I did a Viking for 1 year when I was like in 3rd grade, but that was about it.
Vikings are pretty cool. They're kind of the middle road between pirates and knights. I would say maybe S or A tier, depending on the getup.
Yeah, it's A tier. Let's do that.
Werewolf. The werewolf is actually really cool. It's kind of the next to vampires. It's kind of one of the most popular universal monsters. You can only kill them with wolfsbane or a silver bullet. They're pretty resilient. I think the werewolf gets the A tier or the S tier. What do you think?
I'd say S tier, honestly. They are a legendary creature on par with the vampire.
All right, we'll put them right next to the vampire then. Which is, we found a witch, may we burn her?
You know what they say, when it's sunny and it's rainy, a witch is getting married.
Is that what they say?
Yeah.
I
I think it's based on an old wives' tale. I'm not quite sure, but just so you know, if you're getting married, pay attention to the weather. You never know.
I think the witch costume is like pretty ubiquitous. It's everywhere and for a reason. I'd say S tier.
Yeah, I'd say that too.
Zombie bride costume. I never understood this costume. Cause
Yeah, it's kind of oddly specific. I would put that in D tier.
I'm inclined to agree. Cause I've seen, you know what I do not understand for the life of me? The sexy zombie costume. And don't try to tell me those don't exist, because I've met people who've gone as a sexy zombie for Halloween. Bro, my brother in Christ, why are you mixing the dead with sexy? This
That's
is raising some very concerning questions here.
Bro, that's just necrophilia at that point.
Wi- Next we have the wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. This is really it's let's be real. It's the Rule 63 version of the witch. Although I haven't met anyone who's gone as a sexy wizard for Halloween. Admittedly, I have not seen a wizard who was absolutely chiseled and had washboard abs. I would be kind of impressed if we got that, because let's be real, all wizards look like they live off either are completely anemic or live off of magically conjured chicken nuggets.
Yeah. How is it the witches can get so attractive, but the wizard are just fucks? Like, how does that happen?
A wizard is basically just a clown that can glow in the dark.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm surprised that priests were not on here because that's a pretty popular one as well. I think.
Yeah, I've always found that strange, going as a priest or a nun for Halloween.
Yeah, you know what's stranger than that? Going as like a now this is probably sacrilegious. And it definitely is. But the kind of people who go as like sexy priests or sexy nuns.
Yeah,
I had a
I
pair
do
of friends
not.
who did that one.
I do not understand those people. I
Yeah, I mean, I had friends who went like that. In my head, I go, "What are you people doing?"
um,
Ay,
my middle school photography, or no, not my middle school. My high school photography teacher was Jesus for one Halloween. Not sexy Jesus, just completely normal Jesus.
oh yeah, that is the Halloween costume. Oddly enough, that one I don't know how I feel about that one. Back when I was in high school, actually, there was this one guy who every year would dress up as Jesus during like one of our
Yeah.
like runs would have you.
The funny thing is,
I don't-
Mr. Lancia was such a good dude. He made me wonder if he actually was Jesus.
Hmm. Well, maybe he was a Christian.
He probably was.
Hmm.
Um, should we go and find more costumes to add to this tier list? I feel like we could.
Yeah.
There's more we could do here.
Yeah, well, on top of the head, superhero costumes. Hello, I was Spider-Man for over a decade.
Nice.
I'm surprised I didn't make the cut.
Yeah, let's go grab some more costumes off of Google Images. Oh, duh. I spelled that wrong.
How do you misspell superhero?
I don't know, I forgot.
Oh, let's go with the Kid Spider-Man. That'd be funny. Oh, or that could work too. Oh wait, what's that Blade one? Wait, click on that.
That's a pretty
Ooh,
good. That's a pretty good Blade costume right there.
That is nice. That must be custom made because I don't think I ever saw like a pre-made Blade costume in the stores. Although that might have been before when I was like younger because that was when Blade got really popular when I was still a kid. When I was really young. I don't know if you ever actually, Seth, when you were in the costume shop, when you were a kid, did you ever see like a Blade costume in like the costume stores? Actually, did you buy costumes or did you just pick them yourself?
We bought them and we made them. It really depended, and we would recycle costumes too. I think I was Anakin Skywalker from Attack of the Clones one year, and then I just reused the same costume and same lightsaber, and just said I was a generic Jedi the next year.
Yeah, honestly, with that outfit, all you'd have to do is to be Episode 3 Anakin was just change your hair.
And then
The clothes are basically the same.
I was Luke Skywalker several years too.
Which version of Luke though?
Return of the Jedi Luke.
Nice.
You said we should grab the Spider-Man one?
Honestly, I'm thinking the Blade costume, just so it's more in line with the other costumes, because they're all adults, so
Alright,
that
let's...
I think makes a little more sense.
Pictures, new folder, tier, lists... Oh, wait, hold on. This is an AVIF file. Save image as type,
Oh,
PNG. There we go.
there we go.
It's a good thing I don't keep porn on my computer.
Uh-huh.
I've known streamers who
What
accidentally
the
had
fuck was
porn
that?
on their desktop, or like had porn on a file on their computer, and they accidentally showed it on stream. Like you
Oh
don't actually
boy.
see anything, but you know you just see the file name and you're like, oh okay, yeah.
Dude, that's wild. Honestly, what the heck was even that file for? I've never seen that before.
AVI, it's another, it's like WebP. It's irrelevant. Nobody uses it. I'll grab
I
this
look
one.
60 Stormtrooper.
60 Stormtrooper. Yeah.
Hey, Seth, I have a question. This might be a stupid question, but were female stormtroopers a thing in Legends?
Yes, yes, they were.
Oh, okay.
And clones that actually were part of the Republic military actually were part of the first corps of stormtroopers, believe it or not.
Oh, yes, that I do remember. I think that's the case in both canons.
Yeah. What other costumes have we not grabbed yet?
Let's see. Was there any like animal? Oh, we had like animal costumes, right?
We had a couple, yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Do we have any plant-based costumes?
I don't think we do. Okay. What is this? Look
It's
at
like a
this!
potted plant.
This is... This is hilarious!
Oh, bro, we gotta put that one in the queue.
Yeah, this one's going in the list. Cardboard houseplant costume. You know what? Yes, we're doing it. It's going on the list.
Alright, do you want to do the priest costume then?
Yeah, might as well. Wait, hold up. WebP. Gross. Nobody likes that.
Ugh,
Why?
gross.
I do not understand why Google made everything WebP. That is just... It's like, no. Fuck off. Get that out of here. WebP is nasty.
Oh, that's annoying. We'll get the priest and we can get a nun costume as well. Let's see. What do I got here? Okay, that one's kind of tame. We can use that one. Actually, wait. Time out. Time out. Before you do that, can you go back real quick?
Yeah.
Just cancel. Hold on. Can you click that one? The one with just the black shirt? Not that one. One to your right. One. Oh, right there. Yes, click that one. I want to see that one real quick. I think be a little better. No, let's go with the first one. I like that one better. Let's go back to that one. Let's do that. That seems the most tame, so we will do that. Okay, now let's get a nun costume.
Oh God.
Of course. Let's go with like the least like risque one, shall we say?
That seems normal, right? We can work with this.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Thankfully, there are tame costumes, but it's kind of like the witch or nurse where I don't know what's with the female costumes. They get so slutty sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I was talking with Brett's mom about this like a year ago, where we had a conversation about like slutty female costumes. Oh, it was wild. Anyway, what is that?
I don't know, but it looks cool. This looks like the cover of... This looks like something you'd see on the cover of a black metal album. And I fucking hate black metal, but I gotta admit, this design is pretty cool.
Oh, that's like one of those like dark priests from like the Castlevania
I
games.
know, right? Yeah, it's very, very Castlevania, very gothic.
Oh wait, I know we need a Grim Reaper costume.
Yeah! How did we not think of that sooner?
Oh my goodness, yeah. Honestly, let's do that instead. Yeah, let's do that. Get that in there.
Ooh, glowing eyes. Glowing goggles.
I
That
had
is
that costume.
nice.
I had that costume as a kid. I loved it. Great suit.
And then we'll grab a Mario costume for basically any video game costume.
Oh yeah, that's fair. We have a superhero costume. Let's have a video game topic as well. This one's actually fairly simple by comparison's sake.
Um, anything else we should grab for the tier list, costume-wise?
Mermaid. Let's do mermaid costume.
Oh yeah, that's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
I mean, you should be able to see the feet. That's kind of weird. That one could work. Let's do that one. That's probably the closest we're gonna get. Let's do that. Ooh, you know what else we can get?
What?
Let's get Bigfoot.
Ooh, yeah. it's the fucking beef jerky Bigfoot. Oh my god, you know what? I just remembered. Okay, I actually saw someone dressed up in this particular Bigfoot costume, and it scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. There was just something about the face that just creeped me out.
Oh. You know, be crazy, bro.
What?
Let's get a succubus costume.
The sexy demon costume. Okay.
Hey, why not? We got some. I make an exception here. Let's just see what we find.
Okay, that's.
Oh, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not so bad, actually.
I was expecting complete and total degeneracy to just fill up the screen, but no, this is actually pretty tame. Thank you, Internet.
Yeah, just because of Morrigan from Darkstalkers, is a very probably one of the most famous succubus in all fiction.
Very true. Well, no, I'm not gonna out myself like that.
I'm sorry, Seth. There's something you want to tell the rest of the class?
Okay, fine. I was gonna say maybe second to Miru, but then I'm like, shit. Wait a minute. That's from Korn.
Oh,
Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
So yeah, I have incriminated myself. I am a degenerate.
I didn't even know that existed, but okay, we'll do it there. All right, you got the photo?
Yeah, I got the photo.
Okay. Let me just think for just a minute. One sec. I gotta think.
Wait, Sims 4, what?
Oh, I know what we can do. Can we get a bee costume as well?
According to all known laws of aviation.
What would they fall their animal costumes? How would that work?
I don't know.
Oh, can we get like a merman costume?
We already got a mermaid.
Oh, that's true. Let's see here. Ooh.
I guess we'll go
we
with
got one already.
I guess we can go with this one? I don't know.
Let me see. Oh, okay. Actually, let's pass on the bee costume. That looks a little silly. Because we have the animal thing, so that kind of makes sense there. Let's see. Goes there. Okay, I'm trying to think what are like creatures of the night we could pull from.
I think we've got a pretty good selection here.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I think we can stop here.
Choose
Uh,
files, go into pictures, tier
wait,
list.
time out. Wait. Stop it. There's a couple things we forgot.
Oh,
It just occurred to me. First, let's get a samurai costume.
yeah, good idea.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to think. I think we were getting something. I'm like, hold up. What the crap?
I know, right? What the fuck is this? This ain't samurai. This is a
Oh,
samurai.
you know what? Really? Can we find one with just the one? So, oh, what about that one, the bottom left, that black one?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, and then once we get that one, let's go get a ninja costume. Because I don't think we covered ninjas in the tier.
No, we did not.
I knew we were forgetting something. Ooh, look at that one, the black one right there.
This one?
To the right. Yeah, look at that one.
Yeah, that'll work.
Not that. No, not that one. No, up there, top right. Yeah, that. Good. No, click there. No, not that. Right. There you go. I was thinking that one. Or, yeah, that one's perfect. Let's do that. Alright, and then we can get, ooh, let's get a circus ringleader costume.
Alright,
Because I saw that one
here we
photo
go.
like that. Doesn't look, doesn't that look like a ringleader? That's
Yeah,
so
it
funny.
does. It does.
Like an evil version, but yeah.
Amazon, samurai warrior costume for men. My brother in Christ, what are you smoking? What about this is samurai? I'm gonna click it and see what happens. Okay, yes, that is samurai. So how do we go from this to this? I am very confused.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Anything else we should grab?
Um, well, well. Ooh, how about we get like a serial killer costume? You know, like the famous serial killers from movies.
Oh
We just
yeah.
talked about that for like the first half hour, so we can toss that in there.
Every time I type serial killer, I always end up spelling cereal like the fucking breakfast cereal.
You know, I haven't had cereal in over a month.
Yeah, that's kind of Jason Voorhees.
Yeah, it's
We
like a
can,
dollar store version of Jason Voorhees.
we can use this as a generic catch-all.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I got another one after that. Let's do an alien costume.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Whoa!
That is terrifying.
What the hell? I've never seen. I was thinking like a Green Man, not freaking the whoresome hell on Mars.
Yeah, that's not an alien. That's a demon.
Well, some people believe that aliens are demons.
Yeah, I've heard those people. That always sounded too tinfoil hat for me. Yeah, let's just go with this one.
Green Man. Ooh, let's get the morph suit as well. Now that we're bringing that up.
I don't know what this is, but that's a pretty cool costume right there, too.
That looks like a demon.
Kinda, yeah. It kind of reminds me of Nemesis from Resident Evil in a way.
Interesting. Okay, oh wait, scroll up a little bit. That one's a classic right there. Um, the one below it, actually. The one where the guy's being grabbed by the alien.
Oh, this one?
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think that.
really funny.
Oh, it's an inflatable alien costume. Okay. But yeah, we already got our
Yeah,
alien costume though.
okay, fair enough. I just want to point that out because that's a popular one. But we have aliens that covers it. Uh, okay. And then next up, oh, look up morph suit. Morph suit costume. Yeah, those things. It's basically just a giant suit as like one color.
You know what? That reminds me.
Of course.
We're gonna use Slender Man as our catch-all creepypasta costume.
Ah, smart move.
I was actually Slender Man for my senior Halloween costume in high school.
Hmm.
Alright. Now, let's rank all these pictures.
All right, that's a lot. We basically doubled the tier list, I think.
More or less. So, Mermaid.
I actually don't see this one very often.
No,
I don't
you
know how I
don't.
feel about it.
But I have never seen a bad quality mermaid costume either. Every time I've seen someone
Oh,
dressed as
that's
a mermaid, it's always really well done.
okay. I would say let's do B tier, or what do you think?
I
A
think
tier. Yeah, A tier's better actually.
Grim Reaper, super popular costume, and there's so many different interpretations of the Grim Reaper.
Oh, definitely. I would say S tier for that one. Can't
Yeah,
go wrong with the Grim Reaper.
although I will say this, I actually like the interpretation of the Grim Reaper that you find in the English poem of the Rose Garden, where he's actually dressed like he's dressed like a gentleman wearing like a bowler hat and carrying a rose.
Ah, right. Yeah.
Succubus, sexy
Ooh.
demon lady.
Yeah.
This this was one of the slutty Halloween costumes. This is a part of the trend that we talk shit about on this channel. Except not
Uh-huh.
really. We don't waste energy hating on shit. That's too much. That's too much work. I don't know. What do you think?
I would say, given the well, it's not as iconic as like the nurses or the vampires. I would say probably B tier. Honestly, you don't really see a lot of succubus costumes out there.
Yeah, not specifically. Usually they go with sexy vampire instead.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. I wish this. We kind of fucked up with these. We got the torso shots instead of their faces.
That'll make the serials even funnier.
Bigfoot. If it's a regular Bigfoot, B, but if you bring a bag of beef jerky and you're passing it out to people, instant S tier.
Uh,
Nun costume. I
hmm.
I think I'm actually creeped out by regular nuns.
Really?
Yeah, I don't
Why
know why.
so?
I don't know. I just find them to be unsettling.
Interesting. I think the costume. See, the costume we picked is actually fairly tame. If it was like the sexy nun costume, that would be instant D tier. But if it's just a regular nun, I would say C.
Yeah, Slender Man, our catch-all creepypasta. I was Slender Man in senior year for high school. I think it's super cool. Especially it's cool to see people go as creepypastas, especially at a time where creepypastas aren't nearly as popular as they used to be. If you're keeping that
Ooh.
flame alive, good on you.
Woo!
I think,
Just don't kill people on behalf of the Slenderman. We'll be good.
yeah, be cool about it. Don't be a fucking dipshit. S tier for Slender Man. Samurai.
Ooh, samurai.
I knew a guy who went as Samurai Jack for Halloween one year. That was awesome.
Ooh, that's crazy. Hey, did we get the knights by any chance?
Um. Oh my God, we didn't get a knight. Okay, well, I'll have to fix that.
We'll fix that. Let's do this ranking first so we get a knight costume real quick.
Yeah. I think the samurai gets an A.
Yeah,
Right
I
next
think
to the
it'll go on
Viking.
par with the Viking, I would say.
Alright, now really quick. Why do all of these knight costumes... Okay, that one's pretty sweet. That's awesome. Look at that.
Wow, Tiny Timmy's got it rocking. Oh
Oh,
no, it's Wimpy!
not to worry. Save as JPEG.
Very well then.
Wait, what? It does? Whatever.
It does what? What happened?
That file name already exists, so whatever. We uploaded all of them to the tier list, so it doesn't matter. Houseplant. This is hysterical.
Oh, that was so funny. That specific photo is like, what?
that made us laugh. That gets an S tier just for how funny it is.
It kind of reminded me of when Piranha Play was announced for Smash Brothers, and we thought it was just an item, but no, it was a full-on character with original moveset.
Oh, that still pisses me
Somehow.
off. It still makes me mad because that should have been Waluigi. It should have been Waluigi. All right, so the classic horror movie slasher villains. I think that this goes. You know, Freddy, Michael Myers, Jason. If you get Pinhead, bonus points because Pinhead's not as well known as the other ones.
Oh, how about Edward Scissorhands?
Edward Scissorhands isn't really a slasher villain, though. He's kind of the subversion of a slasher villain. You'd think he'd be one, but he's not.
Ah, interesting. I haven't seen Edward Scissorhands, so I wouldn't know.
Oh, wow, okay. It's kind of like Frankenstein. He was being created by someone, but his creator died as he was making him, so he was never completed. That's why his hands are made of scissors.
Oh.
It's actually a very sad movie.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that the classic slashers gets an A tier, maybe an S tier. What do you think?
I would say A tier.
Where in A tier do we put him though?
Probably near the evil clown.
I can work with that. All right, priest costume. Regular priest gets. I hope to God there's no sexy priest costume. I pray to God that's not a thing. I tell myself sexy priest isn't real and it can't hurt me.
Yeah, then you go to the VIP store. Oh, rest is history.
Oh God.
Alright, thankfully, yeah, but I think go to regular, like, Halloween costumes, stuff for degenerates. You'll just have the regular priest costume, that'll be it.
Actually, you know what? But where did it go? Did you see that?
Oh, it disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh. I wonder if it was a sign for something.
I doubt it. I don't ascribe to supernatural what could be explained by the mundane.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, but it is Halloween though, so you never know about spooky month.
I was gonna say though, I've seen people who use the priest costume to make their own homemade John Ward costumes. That's cool.
Oh, nice. Combine it with a blue morph suit and like a wig, you're all set.
Next, we got Super Mario, our stand-in for any video game costume. I think that video game costumes are actually like really popular for Halloween.
They became more popular as gaming's become more mainstream.
Yeah. Like, I was Leon Scott Kennedy from Resident Evil 4 for my, was it sophomore year of high school? Or junior? I was Super Mario for freshman year. Yeah, I think video game characters gets an A tier. Next, Evil Ringleader. Where would you put this? Because I really don't know.
I haven't seen that costume, so probably like C tier.
Alright. Next we got the alien.
A tier.
A tier for alien, yeah. Next we got a ninja.
Yeah. Ooh. I'd say A tier as well, honestly. Ninja costumes are pretty cool.
Where in A do we put the ninja? Do we put? Oh, you know what?
What
Ninjas versus
samurai?
cowboys.
Oh shoot, that's right.
All right, next we got our Jedi costume, which is a stand-in for any Star Wars themed costume. Star Wars themed costumes are great.
Mm-hmm. Bro, imagine seeing someone with a Darth Revan costume.
Yeah, I saw a really nice Darth Revan costume at a con one time. That was super cool. I've gone to Comic-Con like once in my life, and while it is mostly shopping and completely overhyped, the costumes that people wear, pretty cool. Okay, next we got Jesus. Now, I think that it's probably not a good idea to go as Jesus for Halloween. It's a little bit blasphemous, but at the same time, there are worse things that you could be.
I would put it in C tier.
Next we got Blade.
For superhero costumes.
Yeah, superhero costumes probably go in the A tier. What do you think?
I agree.
I was actually Superman one Halloween. Yeah.
Which Superman though? Just the classic one or like a specific movie version?
The classic one. The shoulders even had it, and the funny thing is, it doubled as pajamas. It was made out of a material that you could just sleep in, but the shoulders had like Velcro patches, and you could put the cape on that way. Man, that was so cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? That kind of reminds me of that commercial when I was a kid, where a kid just jumping on the bed and it's like a normal mattress, but he jumps over to like the Tempur-Pedic mattress and and as soon as he jumps to the Tempur-Pedic mattress, he just falls straight asleep like
Nice.
instantly.
Next, we got the night costume. Night costumes are awesome. I would put knights in S tier.
Nice.
We'll put it right next to the witch and the wizard.
Perfect.
And that brings us that concludes the costume tier list. I wonder what we should do for the next podcast tier list. I mean, we could do scary movies. I know you haven't watched any, but I've watched a fair number of horror movies.
Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, I have an idea. How about we do scary attractions?
Isn't that kind of limited though? Because all that comes to mind is haunted houses.
Oh, you're right. Even better. Let's do a haunted house tier list.
I'm gonna have to defer to your expertise on that. I've actually, I've never actually been inside a haunted house that I hadn't freaked the fuck out and ran out of.
Okay, never mind then. Because I can only think of like the closest I can think of is probably the Haunted Mansion, but that's like a Disney ride.
Yeah. Funny thing about that, I've actually never completed that ride. I freaked out on the indoor the one-room elevator, and left out of the fire exit.
What? Are you serious?
I am completely serious. Now,
how old were you when this happened?
I was like, 12, I think.
You ran out the fire exit in a haunted mansion at 12? Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I was afraid of horror movies. Look, I was afraid of watching Young Frankenstein when I was like 14 years old. I was a fucking bitch until I was like 15 or 16, okay? I was a wuss. Garlic, if you scratch that cat.
Young Frankenstein? Are you serious?
Yes. I was afraid of Mel Brooks' comedy Young Frankenstein just because it had Frankenstein in the title until I was like 14, maybe 15. I was a bitch.
Wow. Like, if it was like the Saw movies or Halloween, I'd get it. But Young Frankenstein, Disney's Haunted Mansion. Don't tell me you got scared of the one with Eddie Murphy. That'd be embarrassing.
About that.
You got me shitting me.
I tried to watch it, but no, I was afraid of it. I was afraid of fucking. I was afraid of the ride, the movie. I was afraid of Young Frankenstein. I was afraid of everything.
Were
Bro,
you scared of the dark?
Yes! I didn't sleep with the lights off until I was like 23 years old.
What?
Yeah!
23? Were you one of those people that had like a nightlight to his 20s?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. You're telling me that you got over your fear of watching scary movies at 15, yet it took you another 8 years to sleep without a freaking nightlight. Are you
Yeah.
kidding?
Yeah. It wasn't even the dark that scared me, it was the idea of what could be waiting in the dark.
There's nothing there, my guy.
Well, you don't know that though, you can't see.
Well, yeah, but you trust me. If there was something in the room, your body would know, especially with someone you don't
Yeah, I mean, I know that now, but back then I didn't.
know.
Mind you,
Yeah,
I
well,
was afraid of being alone in a room until I was like 13 or 14. Whenever I was alone, I would get this like crawling sensation on my back as if something were behind me.
oh, that's kind of odd. I
Yeah,
mean, to be fair, okay, to be fair, I will admit I was used to be scared of the Power Rangers.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
That was crazy. Apparently, I was worried they were gonna kick my ass or something. I got over that pretty quickly though. By the time I was like 10, that was completely gone.
yeah. We weren't allowed to watch the Power Rangers growing up. Not until we were like way too old to be watching Power Rangers.
Which is that's so ironic though. By the time you watch it, you're too old for it. You're not in the target demographic anymore.
I know.
And so many people are scared of Power Rangers because of fighting in bonds. I'm like, have you seen the average Western cartoon? Like, it's really much on par with that. The only difference is in live action instead of animated.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, if Power Rangers like a cartoon show, parents would be way more willing to let their kids watch it.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to think of how afraid of everything I was, because now I revel in scary stuff. I find scary stuff to be fun and awesome. I was a bitch as a kid.
Yeah, some of these people use these kind of costumes to, like when they're role playing in the bedroom.
I knew that. I didn't need you to it's like we didn't need that information on the stream, but sure, we'll roll with it. Fine.
Hey, okay, to be fair, I kept it tame. I didn't go into specifics.
That is true. That is true. Um, who should we raid? Because we've been at this for. There is no way we've been at this for 3 hours. That is not possible. No, we've been at this for 1 hour and 30 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, if you include Branch Brothers, it would add up to 3.